So we're going to talk about the issue of patience and how much you need to have in order to do this type of relationship network deep canvassing. So I want to recognize that many people feel urgency about this election, that democracy is on the line and authoritarianism might be coming, and we want to bring that fire to this process. And that's beautiful. The challenge is to not bring too much of that energy to each conversation, because that's not helpful. What's important to do is to calm down and connect with your compassion and connect with your patience. Like my grandmama used to say, you're not going to change them all, and you're not going to change any of them at one time, but you can change some of them if you try. So what you need to bring to these conversations is like the opposite of the car dealer. What can I do to get you in a car today? Like what you're trying to do is make incremental progress based on compassion and listening and storytelling, so you can move them over a series of conversations. You cannot be too outcome oriented. You don't want to generate reactants. If they sense too much, you're trying to get them to change today, they will not want to change today because of that. Remember, you ain't the boss of me. You want to come from a place of invitation, not accusation and not force. And this conversation you're having, this one right now, might be the first step on that invitation. What you're trying to do is to not be in a stance psychologically of correction, control, and contempt, but rather connection, curiosity, and compassion. And too many folks, especially white progressives, but not only them, are in that kind of correction, control, and contempt. And people feel that, and it makes your job more difficult. We have to be patient. Now, you're not wasting your time. The election is coming. And so sometimes you have to give up on people, and that's fine too. What you are doing is extending acts and moments of compassion with the sense that maybe I'm making a little progress here, but you don't want to bring the I gotta change you now energy, because that in the long run is not helpful to the cause. It is not helpful to your relationship. Ultimately, even if this person does not change their view, this process that we're talking about should ultimately strengthen your relationship and not make them feel that you're mad at them because you weren't, quote unquote, successful. All right, let's get to work. If you like the content of this video, please press like or subscribe, because that helps the algorithm push it out to more people who might want to see it. Anything you do in support, whether it's a like or a subscribe or a share or even a small financial contribution to this self-funded project, is helpful in making sure we can continue this important work of spreading compassion for the sake of democracy.